Hi, hello there. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to have you guys here with me, even if it is for a minute or two. Real quick, before we get any further into this video, let me just throw this out there. If you are new here, consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out. It lets me know what you guys are interested in. And if you enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up for the same reasons. It let me know, apparently. It lets me know that you enjoy what I made, and I can continue to make similar content, or maybe I need to change it up a smidge. Anyway, moving on though. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. Now we're going to move on into today's video. So far, I have done a lot of Marshall's stuff. And today isn't any different. We're going to take a look at another product that I picked up from Marshall's. You know, you can get some pretty good deals at Marshall's and TJ Maxx, especially, here and there. Not all the time, just kind of randomly. But we're going to take a look at a Calvin Klein product. This is Calvin Klein Defy. Alright, I'm not too familiar with this brand. However, I do know Calvin Klein has been around forever. My grandparents, they wore it, especially like Calvin Klein Obsession. I'm sure you're very aware of it. My grandfather's cologne, that's exactly what he uses, is an old-fashioned Calvin Klein. And you know what? That's fine because that's OG stuff right there. However, I was raised in a different generation, and the smells, the scents, the fragrances have changed along with the people. So maybe Calvin Klein Defy here is telling me something that I need to know. So I'm very interested in what this product has to offer. According to the internet, this is supposed to be very aromatic, maybe fresh, spicy, citrusy, kind of a light fragrance. But we're gonna open this up. We're gonna take a peek and see what this thing really has to offer. But before we get any further into the video, I'm gonna show you guys here the ingredients list, if you are interested at all. I have to use the light on my camera because the ring light doesn't work right now. Very disappointed. But hopefully you got to hopefully you got to see the daggone ingredients. If not, I should have taken the plastic off. I'll show you guys the information again one more time. But before I do, I did pick this up for $40, a little over $40 after tax. So that's not too bad, especially for a 50 milliliter bottle. That's not terrible. Anyway, back again. We have there is the ingredients list. If you're interested at all, pause the video, take a look at that. Once again, here's the front. We kind of have a rounded edge here with the sharper edge in the corner. Same on the side here, but it's only these two sides that have that light blue coloring, or lighter blue I should say. The rest is like a dark blue textured slanty design. Even on the top, Calvin Klein. Here's some more information here about this fragrance if you are interested in that. Oh wow, made in Spain. That's a little different, but yeah, only authorized retailers are permitted to sell this product. 50 mLs. EAU de toilette. Anyway, let's open this mother sucker up and let's see what Mr. Klein has to offer. Once again, you got the little pull tab just like any original cologne. Calvin Klein right there on the cap. Pretty neat. I will say that is a very sleek looking bottle. That is just different in its own way. Pretty wild. I love the shape of it, just the look in general. Even on the inside, you can clearly tell that this thing is shaped just ever so different than its competitors. Round cap on the top. textured all the way around, just like the box that it came in. Very, very nice, square, rounded bottle. It's just fantastic to look at. Wow, pretty cool. Calvin Klein Defy right there on the front of the bottle. The cap is very stiff and in place. I love that because a lot of caps that I've used in the past, they tend to, suck. A lot of colognes out there, they'll put a cap on it that just falls off without any pressure whatsoever. That is not the case here. That's on there pretty good. But woo, yeah, that's got a suction on it. But I think one of the things is got little notches on the inside that kind of catch right in here, which allows it to give it that nice click you just heard. Oh, I did put it on there sideways. That very nice click. That's how you know this thing is secure and in place. But that atomizer is it still feels like a cheaper atomizer. However, it is pretty hefty looking compared to some of the others. Now this is something that I thought I would have seen on the Bentley Black for Men edition with that little bitty atomizer. This is something that I was expecting when I peeled off that cap, but instead you got that little bitty thingy. But anyway, pretty wild looking atomizer, awesome cap. So far so good. Let's do what we came here to do. Let's smell the fragrance. Are you ready? Oh, boy. Calvin Klein Defy here. I'm kind of excited. Okay. Ooh, I think I just sprayed my drink. That's fine. We'll throw it away. Wow. Actually, that is that is an amazing fragrance. No regrets immediately for purchasing this. Believe it or not, this kind of reminds me of a mix between it honestly reminds me of a little bit of a Kenneth Cole Blue mixed with Invictus, Paco Rabanne Invictus. It kind of reminds me, similar sense. It reminds me of the two that have been kind of compressed together. That is a very, very nice fragrance. Super aromatic, like I said. And it does have those nice, slightly fresh, spicy notes. I would classify this more along the lines of like a sporty type of cologne or fragrance. But it's dried on my skin, and it smells 100% the same as it did when it was, applied to my arm, wet. Which is a relatively good sign, which means that more than likely when you apply this to your clothes and your skin, like I just did, that cologne is going to stick around for quite some time. This fragrance is going to be, it's going to be able to be smelled for hours. And, wow, this honestly has blown my mind. Just because of, well, number one, where I was able to find it, but number two, when I think back at the Calvin Klein that I'm used to, I'm thinking about, like I said, all the old school products like Obsession. I'm not trying to knock Obsession. It's a thing in the past, and it's very more of like a perfumey, older gentleman cologne. It doesn't smell bad. It's just not necessarily a modern take on anything. So this is very refreshing, and I mean that both in the sense of modernity and fragrance wise. It's very refreshing, slightly aquatic, slightly citrus, more of those fresh spicy notes. I mean, and like I said, the best thing I can compare this to is a mixture between Kenneth Cole Blue and Invictus from Paco Rabanne. And those two right there are some top-notch fragrances. So that's a pretty good compliment in my opinion. I fairly enjoyed Kenneth Cole products. So that's awesome. Let's take it back to the beginning here. Starting with old Boxy here. The packaging kind of left me somewhere in the middle. Kind of look at it and I'm like, hit or miss. So I would, if I was to see this in the store, kind of like I did, I passed this up several times before I ended up purchasing it. So maybe a 6 out of 10 on the box, just because it's a box and it's not really shouting at me. But then again, that's just personal opinion. Moving on to the bottle, though, the bottle is a whole different ball game. That is such a unique shape and just wild, top to bottom, awesome cap, locking in place. It sounds amazing even to just open it and replace the cap. Atomizer is big enough to where you can get your fat chubby fingers on and spritz your body away. The Calvin Klein Defy logo is big but small enough to where it's not taking up a majority of the bottle, and it's just all the lines are just going in the right direction. It just flows very nicely. 9.5 out of 10 on the bottle. That is just perfect. Not to mention, I didn't even talk about the color of the fragrance itself. Went like a light darkish blue. Very. When I see this type of color fragrance, it's I kind of expect a certain type of scent, and I got exactly what I wanted out of this, which is kind of rare. So that's awesome. 9.5 out of 10 on the bottle. Fragrance, I'm also going to give it a 9.5 out of 10 with that classic sporty type of fragrance. It's very rare that I get exactly what I'm looking for, and that's pretty much it. And I can't knock that up one bit. So Calvin Klein Defy, man, you have moved right on up there for me. But that's pretty much it for this video. Stay tuned because I got plenty more videos coming up in the very near future, and I don't want you to miss it. So click that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. See ya!